everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to our Thursday Teach webinar. Every single month, we host two webinars. We do a webinar that talks about trends and what is happening in different industries. Our next webinar is going to be a larger discussion on pop culture and what's happening with pop culture and how it can affect your small business and what you need to be keeping an eye out for in order to stay ahead of your competition. And today we're going to be talking about what I would say is reputation management. How do you deal with good reviews and bad reviews? And what does this mean for your business? And why is it important? My name is Darlene Gagnon, and I am the founder of We Connect Global Branding Agency, and I am in business with my husband, Denny Gagnon, and he manages our promotional product company, Kinetic Promotional Products. And we are passionate about small business, and we are passionate about ensuring that they are successful. So with that being said, if you pay attention to our social media, you will see on Mondays, we're giving you great insights on marketing. Tuesdays, we're going to talk about trends. Wednesday, we talk about what we need to do to support our local businesses and protect our local businesses. Thursday, we teach you something to help you as an entrepreneur, to help you as a small business owner. And on Friday, we teach you how to manage your cash. And why all of these topics when we are a marketing agency? Because if you are not successful as a business owner, then you are not going to be able to craft the right marketing plan for your team or for your agency to execute. So it's really important that we're supporting you holistically as a business owner and not just in the element of here are our services and here's what we can do for you. And plus, we really understand that entrepreneurs, small business owners, you are the backbone of our community. Do you know that most small business owners contribute back to their community than the average large corporation? Why? Because we pay taxes. And so we really give back through our own tax funding, but also we donate to nonprofit, we volunteer. We are really the backbone of keeping our community thriving. So we as a business always want to honor that and make sure that you're successful in your business. All right, so I'm going to suggest that you take a moment to find us on your favorite social media platform and follow us. And also subscribe to our YouTube or Rumble channel so that you can stay up to date on our content that we're providing. And in addition to that, subscribe to our newsletter so that you can get exclusive offers and know when our next upcoming events are happening. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to get started on talking about the importance of crafting impactful responses to positive and negative critiques or reviews. And it's so important that we are figuring out ways to navigate reviews for our business. This is a challenging aspect of running the business because we're so busy with all of the minutia of running a business that sometimes we forget to ask for reviews. We forget to respond to the good reviews. Kind of feel like, check, that's been taken care of. We got a good review, that's great. But we don't think about responding. The other thing is sometimes we get caught with negative reviews and we want to delete them or we want to avoid them. And that's just not something that we can do. So when we look at reviews, it's really important to understand that this is what we call reputation management. So that's the term that you want to use. You're managing your reputation online. And today we're going to talk about why is it important to manage those reviews? How do customers find you? How do they choose you? Why do they trust you? And then what is kind of an overall view of reputation management? And then what do you need to do if you're managing a multi-location? And we'll talk about some of the tools that are available for you to be able to manage your reputation online too, to make it easier for you or for your team. But I would say ensuring that you've got positive reviews and you're responding to those reviews is really critical to creating positive engagement. You wouldn't take a gift from someone, from a client or from a friend and not say thank you. You just wouldn't do that. So I want you to think of positive reviews in that notion. And we'll talk about how to respond to negative reviews as well. And those equally require attention because sometimes it's not the problem, it's exactly how you go about handling the problem that shows the reader the negative review is being handled and being managed, right? So let's start really quick. Why is it important to manage your reputation online? Well, first, customers are looking at your business through a digital front door. Even if you say, hey guys, does anybody recommend a place to go and have breakfast? You still go online, you still look at the pictures of that restaurant, you look at the menu, and you will see those reviews. So even if you were referred, right, by someone to go to that location, you're still going to check them out online. So it's really important for you to understand that, businesses are paying attention to those reviews. It's super important. And we went through a renaming of our businesses. And even when you go through that painful process, you've got to really start up that review process again. So I'm telling you, it's an area of concentration that you need to dedicate to your business, but it does not take that long because reviews are so critical. Now, let's talk about how customers find you and choose you and trust you through the entire review process. So, maintaining those correct business listings and having an abundant amount of positive reviews go hand in hand. If they can't find you, they can't choose you as their service provider, right? And then if they do find you and there's negative reviews and you're not responding to them, then they're going to think, this business obviously doesn't care about its customers. Or if there's a mix, there's great positive reviews, but there's a few of those negative reviews. You've got to make sure that you're responding to them. So let's just pause for a second and let's talk about how people find you online. Well, usually they're using Google on their mobile search. They might be using Siri, they may be using another method, but primarily 60% of the searches are being found on Google. So even if you don't like Google, it's really important that you make sure that you are staying friendly with Google. So they'll do it by location based, find breakfast near me. They might be doing a rating, like you see top rated spa in Chicago. They might be doing it by attribute. Hey, I need to find a cafe that's got Wi-Fi. These are how people are finding us online, okay? And so then what happens is Google creates this algorithm that determines your ranking. And so you want to be found by not only your customers, but by prospective customers, right? You want to be outranking the competition, and you want to make sure that your listings are accurate so people can find you and that those reviews are being managed. Okay. So that 66% of your ability to show up in local search is linked to managing your listings and your reviews. So we got to make sure that while we're still going to talk about how to respond to those reviews, your business listings are hooked up and in sync with your business. And if you don't know if your business listings are in sync, accurate for voice search, for Google search, etc., go to our contact us page on our website, fill out to get your online marketing report card, and it'll give you a snapshot report of where you stand with your business listings. Are they accurate? Are they not accurate? Do some have missing information that we need to go back and fulfill? And we'll take a look at that with you to see how we can get those things corrected. Okay. So what does that mean for your business? Listings need to be accurate, reviews need to be positive, right? And if they are finding you through those positive reviews, you want to be known for the business that cares enough to respond to those reviews, right? Again, I said this earlier, you don't take a gift from someone and not send a thank you note or not say thank you. You have to treat your online presence as a face-to-face relationship. Your online presence is your face-to-face relationship with your customer or potential customer. And when they see that you are super excited and super happy that they're responding to your place of business, your services, or they're acknowledging one of your employees and you're responding back, you're creating an online dialogue, you're building rapport. And your goal and your objective is to build a robust friend, fan, and follower on your online uh, business picture, right? Whether it's social media or your Google business profile or your Yelp profile or your Who's profile, wherever you're at, YouTube, etc. When somebody takes time out of their hectic and busy schedule to write you a positive review, you want to correspond with a genuine thank you. And, I think even saying to them, we know life is busy, so thank you for taking time out of your schedule to write this review. It means something. It's worth something. It's acknowledging something. And you know what? In this day in our lives, and this economy, and the things that we have to do to run our business, isn't it nice to give a little bit of happiness when you've received some happiness in return? So make sure that you are responding to those positive reviews and think of it as your online reputation is physically a person standing in front of your customer. And can you imagine if your salesperson got an order from your customer and never said thank you for your business, just took the order and walked away? That's the mindset that you need to have with reviews. Okay. So listen, I want to go back to these listings, right? Because while the reviews are driving up your ranking to be found online, those listings need to be claimed and they need to be accurate. Okay. So Google business profiles that get more reviews and have accurate listings get 5 times more views than the average company. They're a team, they work together. So we have to make sure that your physical address, your hours, your phone number, your category of what type of business you are, any attributes you have, meaning you might be open 24 hours a day, you cater to wheelchair accessibility, you have Wi-Fi, you take these types of credit cards, those attributes and photos as well, quality photos are all part of your Google business profile. And then positive reviews, of course, again, increase that visibility, right? The quantity of the reviews, the rating of the reviews, and if they receive a response. Because not only is it proper business etiquette for you to be responding to your reviews from a business development standpoint, from a customer service standpoint, but Google says, I really like that this business is engaging with the Google business profile, so I'm going to bump them up. And then the other thing with that is that keywords that your customers write in that review will also help drive your searching, your SEO and your search ranking as well. So if they say perfect location, great food, healthy options, vegan options, or great customer service, those words help drive up searchability for your website and for your business. Now, let's talk about crafting and dealing with negative reviews. Boy, those negative reviews can really be something else, right? Sometimes they're fair and they're accurate, and sometimes they're not fair and they're not accurate. So it's really important that you put your best foot forward, you calm your spirit when you get that negative review, and you lead with facts when you are dealing with a negative review. You need to make sure that you take the emotion out of responding to a negative review and you lead with facts. So let's say that you've got somebody that's had bad behavior in your place of business, and it was truly on them. It wasn't a correlating response to one of your team members not doing their work properly. This is just somebody that's being very rude and inconsiderate. So you have to respond with facts. I am sorry that you feel that this is your experience. However, we monitor our team for these attributes, and we felt that these attributes were met. We're sorry that you had this poor customer service experience. We would like to make this correct. We would like to offer you XYZ. So you're acknowledging that you've got standard operating procedures in place to handle difficult or challenging times for your employees. You're acknowledging their feelings in terms of how they felt, the perception of the event that happened, and then you're doing your best to compensate for that. And if they continue to berate and go on and on and on, the calmness of saying, again, we understand your frustration. We are sorry you feel this way. And these are the actions that we have in place currently. And here's what we would like to do to make up for this situation. And then stop. You've done your part, and there's no point in going into this back and forth. Can you get rid of negative reviews? The only time that you can get rid of negative reviews from a Google standpoint is you'd have to submit it to Google for review, and you would have to prove that this is some sort of bot or spam attack. Maybe it's something that's not accurate. So there was a clothing company that I did order some dresses from, and I was looking at their reviews ahead of time, and I noticed they were at a 3 ranking, but they came highly uh, uh, referred by a friend. And so I went and I looked at their reviews, and there was just bots that were on there selling crypto services and giving that store, that online store platform ranking a 3. So it was taking down their review count from like a 5 to a 3, but it was bots and those kinds of things that you can submit to Google to have it removed, or submit Facebook to have it removed. Okay. So be factual, be clear, take the emotion out of those negative reviews. But remember, reviews and your listings go hand in hand. So we got to make sure that we are increasing your ability to be found on Google with great accuracy. Okay. So listen, when you look at customers or potential customers choosing you over your competitors, it's very important that you understand that people are very time constrained these days. And so the accuracy of the information that you provide online is super important. You got to be detailed about your services that you offer, the products that you offer, the brand names that you offer. And then you want to make sure, again, that those reviews have been a point of attention for you guys. And it's always good to look at your competition and see where they rank with reviews. And also, what are your industry leaders ranking in terms of reviews? How many reviews do they have, and what's their average score? And that online marketing report card that we talked about earlier, you can go to our contact us page. There's a nice little drop down that says, how's my business performing online? Go get that report card. It's free. What you can do is you can see how the number of reviews that you have compared to your industry leaders, compared to your competition, and see how you rank accordingly. And then you can see for areas for opportunities to improve. Okay. So it's really important why they choose you, right? They want accuracy. And listen, there are a lot of prospective customers that you may never know that are looking at your website, looking at your Google business profile, looking at your Facebook reviews that you may never ever talk to. So it's really important that you don't lose their trust the second that they're looking for your information, for the brand that you offer, the products, the services you offer. That's why you want things very accurate. Okay. So listings look very different for business type. Like for a retail location, you want to make sure that you've got your name, your address, your phone number, the category of business, the website, and then, brands that you offer, et cetera. Service area businesses like mobile plumbers, et cetera, those can be very hard to find if you do not have an address or a secondary address. So it's really important that you make sure that you're listing all of your locations as well. A store within a store, a mall, a strip center, right? Or you've got a kiosk in a certain store. That as well, you've got to make sure that you're paying attention to how that address and that location look. And that's why photography is so important. If you're in a certain location, you want to make sure if you've got like a kiosk within a larger complex of stores, take pictures of your neighbors, take broad pictures, look at 3D pictures, panoramic pictures. That's why pictures are very, very important, or even having 3D tours as well on your Google Business Profile. Video too, 30 seconds for a video for a Google Business Profile. You can also add that and pin that up on your Facebook page too. Okay, so professional locations, containers, etc. These types of businesses, it's really important that if you've got multiple locations, that each location has its own business listing so they can be found as well. Okay. All right. So we know that reviews influence buying decisions. We see that for ourselves. But 3.3 is the minimum star rating that people will consider engaging with, right? So that's why it's really important that we're paying attention to our review ranking, and we are elevating, even if we're at a 3, let's say maybe we had a startup business and we had some flaws and some hiccups in the beginning. We're trying to overcome those issues that we had. That's why responding to reviews is so important, the negative ones and the positive ones. And, when you respond in the reviews, make sure you say, I'm so happy that you were pleased with your experience. Will you please share our Facebook page? We would be so grateful. And a lot of times people will absolutely do that just because you took a moment to say so. Remember, you never know until you ask. Okay. All right. So let's talk about unstructured content and how that affects the decisions, okay, that people make when they're doing business with you. So it's really important that you look at online mentions, okay? Sign up if you can for Google Alerts, put your business name in, put your name in. If you've got key leadership, put them in and see how they're being mentioned in other, news articles and things of that nature. Okay, that's really important. Be careful what you say on social media and pay attention, obviously, of what others say about you on social media, right? And I know in this political environment, it's scary to get caught in cancel culture. So be true to yourself. Don't be so scared about being canceled that you're not true to yourself. But in the same likeness, we do have to run a business. And so it's really important that while we're true to ourselves, that we do not alienate ourselves to the point that we are not able to do business in our local community. Okay. And that's important because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to work hard to get reviews. You don't want to work hard for your Google ad spend and putting together a great marketing plan, et cetera. And then people end up negating to do business with you and going to your competition because all you're doing is pushing yourself up, and then they look at you, they don't like something, and they move to your competition. And when I say they don't like something, maybe they don't like how you handle the problem with a negative review. All you've done is you've got them to you, you paid for them to come to you, but they ended up going to the competition. So what did you do? You paid for them to go to your competition. That's not how we want to spend our marketing dollars. All right. I think it's important to consider why customers would trust you. And so requesting reviews is easily forgotten about. And I think it's really important that you add that as a part of your sales flow metric. Once you get the order, or once you're at the cash register, or once you sign the contract and work starts happening within that either same moment, especially if it's a retail, in that same moment, ask for the review the minute they pay. Okay. Ask them for their review, or send a follow-up email asking for their review. And then from there, if you signed a contract and you want to do proof of performance, make sure you have it in your sales journey or your customer journey, that you're asking them for a review 90 days in. How are we doing? Would you mind leaving us a honest review? Okay. Now, let's make sure that we talk about how do you manage all of this, because we as entrepreneurs are wearing tons of hats. We're sales, we're operation, we're leadership, we're marketing, we're managing finance, we're moms, we're dads, we're sisters, we're brothers, we're adult children, we are community leaders, we're volunteers. We wear a ton of hats. So how are we going to even begin to think about managing our reputation online? Well, one, you want to manage it from one place. You want to make sure that your customers are being found through your accurate listings. And then when they find you, they like what they see, right? That's important. So these are the three things that you want to have when you're looking for a tool for reputation management. So I'm going to talk about our tool, and this will give you a baseline to compare it to the tool you might be using, or you can consider our tool, but also gives you a baseline if you want to look at other tools that can help you with your reputation management. So you want a tool that allows you to ensure that customers find the correct business address, the hours, that they know if you are open till 7 o'clock, or if you're closed on Memorial Day, or you're closed on Sundays always, etc. You want one tool that you can manage all of your business information in one spot. Okay. And then you want a tool that will help you monitor online word of mouth. So when somebody is saying, hey, I'm looking for a good plumber that's in the Woodlands, Texas area, can you help me? That you see something like that and you can actually respond. And then you want to give customers the best service possible by you keeping an eye out on competition. How are you comparing yourself to competition? What are they doing better than you? And where are your opportunities for improving? And so one of the things with our tool is that you can manage and respond to online reviews. And so you can see all the top review sites in your industry, right? So wherever your industry is playing, you're going to see all these top review sites that you should be on. You're going to be able to respond to Facebook and Google reviews with very standard templates. And now we have an AI function that will write and help you write those reviews so that you sound professional. And that's super helpful if you've got your niece working and helping you with your marketing, and maybe she doesn't have the best grammar and you get worried about what she can say. We have a great AI tool that will help respond to those reviews. And then also keep track of these trending keywords in conversation. And why are those keywords important? That's helpful for your SEO. That's helpful for your management, your marketing company, to be able to manage your SEO and know what keywords are trending about your business, right? And so if they're negative, then we want to start reversing that trend and start seeing more of those positive reviews. Or if you're trying to focal your business around a certain line of zip code or area, you might want to see, the Woodlands, Texas. Like when we moved our business from San Antonio to the Woodlands, I told my team I want to see the top search ranking from San Antonio to the Woodlands. I don't want to see San Antonio at the top, even though we love our customers and our friends and our fans and followers there. I want to see the top search city to be the Woodlands or Houston, Texas. And so that's one of their particular goals. Okay. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that the templates that you have are intelligent, that you are able to really within 2 clicks really respond quickly and efficiently. And then, writing and responding back needs to be quick and efficient because we have so many other things we've got to do. Is that not correct? Right? Okay. So we talked about harnessing the power of AI. Make sure that your reputation management tool helps you with AI, but also don't be blind to its ability to craft in your tone of voice and to craft within your own personality. So if you're a serious business, your responses to reviews want to be serious. If you're more neutral and you're outgoing and you're extroverted and it's a cool cafe, then obviously you want AI writing in that tone of voice, or you need to tweak what AI says and make sure that it really feels like the true element of you when you're writing, right? And then you want to see, how are customers sentimental about you? How are they thinking about you? And so you could see, like here in this little snapshot image, this is a medical facility, and you can see that, services are kind of negative, but the clinic beds are soft and comfy, and so they've got a positive. The facility's not doing so great. The staff wasn't so nice, but they got in right away. The queue was really low, and the emergency room had a positive experience. So you can see where people were like, I'm not happy about this, but I am happy about that, right? So you could see the areas of where you need to improve in your business. And that's why responding to those negative customer sentiments are equally as important, because you're telling them, you know what, I appreciate you giving us that feedback. Let's say they are in the right. You need to tell them, thank you so much for giving us that feedback. We're going to work on it, and I'll get back to you when we make some changes. And make sure you get back to them and say, hey, by the way, I want to let you know, here's a picture of a training day that we did with our staff. We took everything you said into consideration, and we made sure the staff was trained so that we course correct and never let another customer have the same experience you did. How powerful is that, right? And that's what your social media or your marketing team should be doing. And let me just tell you, if you work with a great agency, you will find that they've got a service where they will manage that specific role of reputation management for you. So if you have a lot of reviews and it's really hard for you to keep up with those positive or negative reviews, your agency should be able to manage it for you. I know this is what we do for clients. We take care of their reviews so they don't have to. And then we make sure we're getting back to the owners of our businesses and saying, hey, we're seeing trends here. You need to pay attention to what's happening in your business. So it becomes more of a business strategy, not just a marketing strategy in terms of managing your online reputation. Okay, so seasonality and understanding your target market needs. So when you guys start seeing customers responding, they're going to tell you the things that they like. And you're going to know kind of within the season, right? If they like certain types of products or certain types of services, and then you can build specials and offers. So let's say you offered, we've got a fitness facility and they just rolled out some protein powders and some energy shots and things of that nature. And let's say they're like, we love those energy shots, we used them over the summer. And then those reviews start dying down a little bit. Well, maybe during the summer, we can pick up a promotion around those energy shots, right? So we can use that according to seasonality and what we need to promote next go around. Okay. Always have on your website a widget that allows people to click it so they can leave you a Google review. Okay. That's really, really important. And we offer that widget within our website. Within our reputation management tool that you can use, so that you can just pop that on your website, make sure that everybody has access to it so they can leave a review when they have time and when they have a moment. Now, one other thing to do when you're dealing with negative reviews and positive reviews is consider how you can turn these into the Google Q&A. So the beauty of the Google Q&A is that on your Google business profile, you can put questions and responses, kind of like an FAQ. And so let's say that customers are having a very negative experience about wait times, right? And you know that they're having a negative experience about wait times because maybe they did not fulfill their online form properly. And because they're coming into your location, they didn't follow the instructions. So now there's a delay in them getting the information that you need. Let's say it's a doctor's office, et cetera, right? Well, on your Q&A, you can literally say, why was my wait time in the lobby so long? Answer. If you have not completed blah, 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 now you've got a Q&A happening. Or how to avoid long waits before your doctor's appointment. Go to our online profile, ensure that it's filled with its accuracy, blah, 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 blah. So you begin to kind of address issues before they come to you, and think about obstacles that you might find that your customers having, like, happy hour, we have long waits, but we have outdoor service available with a shorter wait time. Put that in your Q&A, right? So look at these abilities for questions to also be asked by your customer and responding. And again, remember what I said, a good marketing team will have somebody that's dedicated to your reputation management, or you need to hire a marketing company that will manage your reputation management, and they're on demand to respond to questions that your customer may have through live chatting function, or when you see a really good question, they'll know, you know what, we should go add that to our Google Q&A or add it to our fact page on our website, right? You want somebody really dedicated to that. Okay, monitoring mentions. Okay, one of the things with our tools is monitoring how people are talking about you, because guess what? They may be leaving you a review and it's not actually on your Google business profile or on Facebook. They may be complaining about you or admiring you through a tweet or through a regular Facebook post or through neighborhood.com, etc. And so when you're monitoring conversations for your business or your key leaders in your team, et cetera, and the customer service levels, you want to make sure that you're involved in that conversation so you can respond to them right away, and you can make sure that you're addressing those negative issues that they might be having. And they'll be a little surprised when you see something that's being managed via Twitter or on neighborhood.com. It really speaks to your level of professionalism and the fact that you care enough to invest in someone that is going to monitor your reviews, whether good or bad. Okay, so we talked about the accuracy of your business listings, because guess what? If I am trying to search for your business and I can't find it because there's not a great online, great goodness, a great map, a great Google map to get me to your business. If there's something wrong, a zip code is wrong, or a digit missing out of your street address, this could cause me to leave a bad review. I was just in the doctor's office for my husband's annual checkup, and I was waiting in the waiting room while he was in there. And a gentleman came in and he was late to his appointment. Why was he late? Because he got lost, because he had the wrong address. And they had the wrong address because the business listing was inaccurate. And he was arguing with the front desk because they pushed and canceled his appointment as a no-show. And he went online and showed them, and he was not happy about having his appointment canceled because the information online was inaccurate. So this is something that can drive negative reviews, and that's why you want the business listings correct. Also, if you're very aggressive in your ad spending and you're using a Google tracking number sometimes, or a ad tracking number, so you got a very specific phone number for people to call from that paid ad, if that number gets wrapped up into your business listing and you cancel that ad campaign, that number may still be in your business listings. Actually happened for my son's business, houseflow.com. It's a pressure washing company, and he was running a ad campaign with a tracking number on there, and we ran his business listings to make sure everything was accurate, and sure as heck, that number was showing up in many business listings, Yelp, etc., where if people called that number, it would have been an invalid number. His business would have not received the opportunity to quote on their pressure washing services. Okay, so it's really important that we're looking at accurate business listings. And with our technology, you can see what your business listing score is. And as you can see, if your listing is found accurate on Bing, you can see down there at the bottom of my screen. If it's not found on Google, then you know there's something that needs to be done. And our technology and our team, we manage it for you. Our technology does it through AI. And we reach out to all of the data aggregators. And the data aggregators, they manage the satellites up in the sky. So when you say, gas station near me, Siri, help me, find a dentist near me, etc., or you go online and Google, these data aggregators feed that information down to us. And so we make sure that they are getting the accurate information so that you can be found online. And then we want to look, of course, at citations. How is your business name and your data being cited across the web? So chamberofcommerce.com, Airbnb, etc., because your address can be a part of, your starting point to a location as well. So again, it's all the data aggregators. How are they citating your business? Okay. All right. And then, of course, we do want to see how we compare with our competition. We don't want to get too obsessed with our competition because we might lose sight. Sometimes when we pay too much attention to our competition, we get too consumed with beating them instead of doing what's right for our business, what's right for our core values and our mission and vision for our business. So yes, we want to pay attention to how we rank and compare to our competition, but I would say don't get too consumed with it. You can definitely see through our online reputation management how you compare to your competition on a regular basis. But I would say don't get too caught up in that. Focus on delivering great quality products and services and getting great reviews and building strong and in-depth and caring relationships with your customers and your employees. Okay. And the other thing I would say too is you can monitor your employee accounts, and obviously you've got to have a legal and written policy about doing something like that from an HR standpoint. And different countries have different rules. We do business in Canada and in the US. So, you've got to make sure that you follow your state and local and regional legal standards and how you manage employee sentiment online as well. But the other thing with that too is you can connect your social media accounts to monitor your likes and your followers over time and keep up with those customer conversations. That can all be done. But the most important thing is making sure that holistically, that whatever your technology is doing, that all these things that I shared with you is covering all of these aspects. So you don't have to log in to multiple pieces of technology to monitor customer or employee sentiment as well. I think that's important, and responding to reviews and how to respond to reviews. And then what do you do with all of this information? And so we strip it down. All of the things that I just covered with you, we strip it down into what we call an executive report, and we show you how you're improving in time. And we make it simple for you because we know how many hats that you are wearing. So if you're getting reports from your current technology and you don't understand them, or if your agency is not providing you the reports and you don't understand them, if you are getting them from your agency, that's time to really set expectations and reevaluate what you're using or who you're working with to make sure that you understand in your own layman terms, what is this reputation and management and why is it important and what are you doing for me and how do I know that it's working? Okay. All right. Well, guys, I am going to wrap this webinar up, and I just want to thank you so much for the time that you spent with me today. I want to encourage you to go online again and subscribe to our newsletter so that you can learn about workshops and other learning events, and then also about our services. If you're interested in managing your reputation online and you need a tool to manage your reputation online, we offer that tool and we give you a free level of service so that you can start working with it and see if you like it. And you can always upgrade your service if you want to. Or we've got a team of professionals that will do it on your behalf. We'll respond to reviews, we will ask for reviews, and we will make sure that you're building a strong, positive online reputation. And we will make sure that your business listings get taken care of. And it's very affordable. It's only about 55 US dollars per month to make sure that your business listings are really taken care of in a positive way across the web. So no matter where people are searching for your type of product or service, you can be found, or how they're searching for you. Be sure to follow us on your favorite social media, and we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube and Rumble channel. And if you ever need anything, never hesitate to reach out to me personally. I am there to help you be successful, because we believe when we support our local business owners, we actually protect our local communities. And that's what it's all about. Teamwork, teamwork. Take care, guys.